Joining us now, federal defense attorney Ronald Chapman. Wonderful to have you on this morning. So I wanted to get your take on this. Indicted on 18 counts by a federal grand jury. Bolton calling this weaponization of the Justice Department. What's your read based on what we know about this indictment?
Well, it's going to be a hard defense to put on. First, I'll tell you, as a Marine Corps officer, annually I received classified information training, and the type of stuff that Bolton was doing is exactly what we were told not to do. He would have received that training, and in fact, he's made public comments specifically about not retaining classified information and how that's a foolish decision. So when you say that you're targeted, judges are going to want you to be able to back that up with the fact that this is somehow overreach or selective prosecution. That is going to be difficult for Bolton to put on as a defense. There are a few other defenses that may be very well viable for him, but that's not what I would lead off with if I was him.
Yeah, and that sentiment has been echoed by a variety of experts in the wake of this. There's been a lot of talk also regarding the president's commentary as this case now unfolds. Do you see any of the comments, like the comments Tom just highlighted there, moving the needle in this case in a major way?
Well, I think, in listening to the president's comments, he was very clear to say that he didn't review the charges and that he didn't have knowledge of it or he wasn't briefed on the charges. But he also reiterated that he's a bad guy. I think a statement about general sentiment, Trump is playing it very close to the line here, but he's not stepping over it. If he's saying generally he believes he's a bad guy, he's certainly within his right to say that. But he's not going so far as to talk about what we would have a concern with, the evidence in the case or the evidence against John Bolton and why that evidence may be sufficient for him to be charged and, in fact, convicted. That would go too far.
And as Tom also outlined, it sounds like Bolton may be self-surrendering in federal court today. We have that new clip of video. What can we expect next? How quickly might we be gleaning more in this case?
I think that it's possible he'll self-surrender today. If that happens, he'll go to the marshal's office where, unfortunately, he'll get fingerprinted and they'll take some information from him. Then we would expect to see an arraignment before a magistrate judge, maybe even a federal judge in Maryland there. It's important to note that the prosecutors on this case are career national security prosecutors, not brand new prosecutors. They're very experienced with this. I would expect a very smooth procedure for Bolton as he goes through this. Then there will be a date set for pre-trial motions and eventually a trial. Most of these cases don't end up in trial. Misdemeanor pleas are common. In some cases, there are felony pleas. This one may very well go to a trial, though.
All right, we shall see. Ronald Chapman, thank you, as always.
Thank you.